Okay, so we're here with Tom just ahead of this weekend's FA Cup tie. 11 wins in a row came to an end on Sunday in Southend. However, silver lining to that is it's now unbeaten in 12. How important has this been now for the season, but also heading into the weekends?
Yeah, obviously confidence breeds confidence. So been a good start to the season. Southend proved a tough opposition. One of those days where we could have come away with 3 points, we could have come away with none. So always a tough opponent, especially away from home. But yeah, going into the FA Cup this weekend, full of confidence, but obviously respect for Hackney. They play at the same standard as we do. Don't know a huge amount about them, so yeah, confident but composed.
So you have a chance to get into the first round proper, I believe, for the second consecutive season. How big is this for the town of Hertford, but also for the community, based on how everyone's rallied around your team over the last 2-3 years?
Yeah, massive. I mean, the first round proper last season was an unbelievable occasion. Obviously, went out to Haringey last year. That was the expectation this year from coaching staff and the players. We want to get to the same standard as we were last year. But as you say, not just the women's side, the club side, to get into the first round proper. Who knows who you would draw from there? There's no chance of us getting excited about that until obviously we've had this Sunday's game. Like I say, we don't know a huge amount about the opposition, so we need to go into this Sunday's game fully prepared and doing what we do. Hopefully.
So looking at the results so far this season, obviously you conceded only 4 goals in the league. How important has your defensive resilience been to that form?
Yeah, unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable. End of last season, which is where the good form obviously started. Some of the additions we made end of last season, some of the additions we made this season. They're players that want for defence. Like, they do not like conceding goals. Kira, she will do whatever she can to prevent a goal being scored. Likewise with Brody. A few others in there as well. Caden's been a massively composed head at the back. Titch contributed hugely on the game on Sunday. Obviously, Captain Leah's back there, and then Jade's been that left-footed player that we're looking to bring in to balance out the defence. Obviously, since Twin left last year. But no, yeah, fantastic. I will say, defensive effort across the board is huge. So the midfield work there absolutely does off in order to prevent any chances from coming. And whoever's in the sticks, whether it's Daddy or Emily, neither of them have let us down this year. So yeah, solid.
Obviously, moving on to the more of an attack conversation now. So I'm not going to give you a name, but 8 goals in 7 this season, 14 in 12 since you signed. This player's yet to be on the losing side whilst playing for you since signing. This goes into last season as well. But how important has Coley's impact been to the club?
I was going to say, if you didn't give a name, she'd share it on her social media. We'll soon find out who it is. Yeah, massive. Mature head up front. A player that, with the likes of Taz and Charlie from last season, with Cass thrown in there this season, with Nashi thrown in there, gives them a focal point, gives them someone to play off, and most importantly, somebody that knows going back to the nets. Really excited moving forward, because obviously return of Clarkey has only made Coley A, step up more, and B, go, we could work as a pair, Tom. Can you readjust the formation? So yeah, huge Coley's performances, but a big part of a big attack, really. So yeah.
So right at the end of pre-season, we had a conversation about the player recruitment, how important that's been, how effective it's been. We're now 7 games into the season.
Yeah.
How important really has that recruitment been?
Huge. I mean, tonight, for example, what we've got 21 at training. 21 at training means that there's competition for places. Competition for places means that players know they can't miss training. They can't not perform at their peak at training. Obviously, on match day gives us such variety in terms of when we look at the bench. FA Cup, obviously, your hands are tied a little bit with a lack of roll on, roll off. But again, like you turn around, you look at the bench and you think that would make a hell of a 7-side team. So the recruitment's been impressive. It's still building as well. Like, we've got 5 players training with us weekly, and we haven't yet made a decision on. Obviously, we don't want to force them into the squad and force others out of the squad. At the moment, the squad's in a good place. Couldn't be happier with the balance of the squad and each and every individual involved.
Well, congratulations to the. Well, I'm going to assume it's a club record based off conversations I've had in terms of the 11 straight wins. But best of luck for the weekend. We'll catch up again after that, hopefully, to have a conversation about the first round.
Cheers, Andy.
Best of luck, mate.